You've seen the videos. I made 100 designs with AI in 10 minutes. And the truth is, they're not lying. It's absolutely possible to do that nowadays with different print-on-demand tools. But the question I want to know is if those designs are actually selling. In the last 12 months, the print-on-demand world has seen so many different changes, a lot of them brought on by AI. And in the video today, I'm walking you through what those changes are, how you can navigate them, and which changes and tools are probably worth your time. So let's get into it. I think it's really easy to see some of these different videos that are claiming that you can make 100 designs in 10 minutes and make it seem overly easy and overly uncomplicated to become a print-on-demand seller. And while I myself utilize AI tools, and I'm going to talk a lot today about which tools I'm using and why I am an advocate for AI, I think that those videos are a little misleading because yes, you can absolutely generate different designs with AI, and you can do that within a single prompt to create designs, but we really don't want to just create designs and spend 20 cents per listing if you're selling on Etsy or $30 per month to run a Shopify store unless we're actually going to generate sales with those listings. And so I do think that some of these videos miss key steps on what you should be doing with your time leading up to generating these designs, because it's easy to create the design, but there's a whole different listing process that has to exist, right? Like even if you get designs ready and spit out by the different AI generators, you have to actually list each one of those on a platform, and that takes time. But let's talk a little bit about AI with design software in particular. AI platforms like ChatGPT and Gemini have revolutionized being able to take what's in your brain and put it onto the screen if you are not a graphic designer. So I am absolutely here for it. Anybody today can generate designs that you are able to sell with print on demand utilizing AI, and I think it is a wonderful, beautiful thing. There are tons of different tools that you can use to actually generate these images, and that could be things like just generating on ChatGPT, generating within Gemini itself, or you can utilize different tools like Midjourney to create these really awesome designs. That is just one of the different areas that exist within design software that is fueled by AI. If you want to take it a step further and actually have platforms that help you create these images but are more nicely formatted to be printed onto something like garments or mugs or easily move into great mockups, that's where the platforms like Kittl come into play, as well as platforms like Canva and Canva AI, where you can actually take different templates, play around with them, generate your own utilizing your own internal brain prompts, and create these really, really great graphics that, yes, are very easy to make and very easy to spit out. I'm sure you've seen several videos of different creators walking you through that exact same process, and that can be done today within a few different clips. So I would highly recommend starting to dabble in a couple of these AI image generating tools, if at the very least to help you with your personalized designs, if not to actually become your standard designing platform and partner to go from start to finish with your designs, because it is going to just continue to make it easier for you to help with generating. And before I move on to actually how AI kind of can help with more of the listing generation and more of the shop admin of your time, I want to talk a little bit about more of the designing piece. And I think that's what is missing in a lot of those videos where folks will say, generate all these designs, that's great, but which ones are actually selling? And I think it is incredible to utilize AI if you are doing your research on what is actually performing. I think we're going to see a couple of winners continue to do well with print on demand. We're going to see these different sellers that are going to play the volume game. They're listing 100 designs a day and spraying wide on where they are putting their designs and which industries and categories and niches they're designing at, and they're going purely for eyeballs. Get as many people to my shop as possible and hope that they at least buy something. That's the scrappy play. And I do think that's where AI really helps you. Before you were having to create every single one of these images, go in, upload it, and ship it out, you can now generate 100 different designs in 10 minutes, not completely getting that listed, but you can at least generate the design in that time frame. And I do think that there is a place for those types of sellers. Where I sit and the time that I have on my hands and the business I want to run, that's not the type of business I'm going to be able to run. And I do think you're going to have more success in that world if you already have a successful shop. I think if you are a new shop that's starting out and just pushing 100 listings a day, which is absolutely possible, you may find yourself struggling to get traction traction, because Etsy is likely going to see that and think that there is a lot of AI happening within your shop. And it has to be disclosed that you are utilizing AI if you are utilizing AI in your listings. A simple sentence will do, but Etsy has come out and said that if you are utilizing AI to generate your listings and generate your images, you have to disclose that. It can simply be a sentence in the description, but I would absolutely make sure that if you are utilizing AI at all to help generate the actual design of your product or even some of your mock-ups, you should be adding in a line in your description that calls that out. Doesn't have to be fancy. A single sentence should probably do for now, but that may change as time goes on. The second winner that I think is going to happen here is the type of person that uses AI to supplement their taste and their creativity. Anytime you are designing with print on demand, unless you're willing to go the brute force route, which absolutely more power to you if you can, you should be anchoring your designs on research and on data. I have 10 different research methods and I am constantly switching back and forth to try to get a pulse on what is performing best across print on demand on Etsy. What are people buying, not just on Etsy, but across the internet as a whole? I will look at things like Pinterest trends. I will look at Etsy trends. I will use Google trends as well. I will use paid platforms in order to make sure that I am understanding where the search demand is going and the different types of design styles. What animals are people wanting on their products? There's the raccoons that are really popular right now. These are all things that you have to pay attention to, because if you just start trying to design across everything and say, make me 100 designs of something, those are likely not going to sell. If you are wanting to design on Etsy, one of the tools that I recommend, and the partner for this video today is Everbee. Everbee is a tool that I have been utilizing for my own shop since 2023. It is a Chrome extension that allows you to see directional estimates on which products are selling on Etsy and their general type of trajectory on how many sales they've done. So it allows you to see really good insights onto how is a product trending, what is the upward trajectory of this product, is it just it's a seasonal winner, is it gaining traction and momentum? And they've launched a lot of really great tools in the last year that allows you to kind of see what is new, what is trendy. And I am in there every single day looking for the listings that are gaining traction and have been live for 2 or 3 months to start to understand where the puck is moving. So research is the number one thing that you should be doing. And then once you take that research, you can apply it and go into a platform like Kittl and go into your Google Gemini and start to generate really great designs that help you stand out from what is currently performing well in the market today. I just posted a video about how I did my research both on Etsy utilizing Everbee, but also just general search knowledge, and saw that Mahjong was performing really, really well, and went through the entire process of research to then design. If that's interesting to you, drop a comment below and I will link that video for you. Outside of the design software, AI is absolutely changing how we list products, how we run our business. And that is the area where I significantly recommend you spend some time understanding how you can better utilize AI to support your business. The easiest adaptation of this is going to be picking an AI partner like Gemini, like Claude, whatever you think works best for you. I use Claude as my everyday business partner, but I also have Gemini. I've upgraded my subscription so I get more usage out of that. And use it as your business partner to vet out your research. Use it as your business partner to help you generate descriptions. Utilize all the different great, wonderful AI features that will come out when you're uploading a listing on Printify that helps you generate descriptions and helps you give different keywords and search terms as a starting off point. This is going to help you at least get something going so you can take that data and then start to iterate off of it. So any of these tools that you will see other kind of YouTubers start talking about that actually takes time away from the listing element and speeds that up, I think is incredibly valuable. We're going to start hearing of more and more tools that actually allow you to go from design to listing pretty seamlessly. There's one out there right now called MyDesigns that essentially allows you to create all of your designs and then can push that live to multiple different platforms all at once. This is the next wave that we are going to see happen with print on demand. I think again that this is great if it takes more of the time away from the administrative burden and you get more time back to analyze different research trends, make designs that incorporate your taste and what people are actually wanting to buy. But I would be cautious about any type of tool that just simply pushes out AI slop and encourages that, because that's not actually going to sell. People are very, very smart. Consumers are very particular about where they spend their money. And so spend more of your time on the things that are going to take time away from the admin burden, like creating different descriptions and automating more of your research, as opposed to designing 100 designs in 10 minutes that are going to be absolute slop. And then you still have to go and upload all these designs and see what sells. Do your research, see what's selling, make your designs utilizing AI, make them better utilizing AI, and speed up your process and time to launch those actual products by having AI help you with your descriptions and your listing titles. That is the path forward for AI. The other thing that I would not sleep on with AI is these articles that you'll see come out and this guidance from platforms like Etsy that say, hey, AI is coming, make sure that your titles are written for normal language, because these are the areas that AI is going to continue to get better at. It is soon going to be very simple to just utilize your AI partner and check out with something without actually having to go to Etsy. So pay attention when Etsy and other platforms give you a push and a nudge to design with specific characteristics that are claiming to make it easier for AI, because those are accurate in how the AI models work. We saw a big update happen last year with Etsy where they said, stop keyword stuffing your Etsy titles. And everybody freaked out when that happened. And lo and behold, we are now, 6 months, 8 months into that. And a lot of listings are seeing really strong traction with that. And I do believe platforms like Etsy are getting us ready for that next wave of AI functionality, which is going to make it easier for people to shop out. They are going into their search browser and they are typing in sentences, not a simple mom t-shirt. They're typing in, hey, my mom's birthday is coming up and she loves butterflies and is a soccer fanatic. What's a good gift for her? That's what people are starting to type in. We're seeing search terms get much, much longer, and there's no way you're going to be able to fit all that into your title. So making it common language, moving more of your description to include bigger ranges of text that can help the AI models pick that up, that's really where we want to be moving towards. If you are interested in trying out Everbee for your Etsy research, I will drop a link to them in the description below. I have a special page that you can go and you can get 2 months for the price of one if you are just interested in testing them out. They also have a free membership, so definitely give that a whirl if you are just wanting to test out a different research platform. I also have plenty of videos on my channel that walk through how I do my research. If that's interesting to you, drop a comment below and I will comment back to you with all the different videos that I have there, or go onto my channel and look for Everbee. If you are interested in additional AI tips, tricks, and hacks that can help automate your business, and maybe not just print on demand, like maybe you've gotten into AI and you're looking for different ways to utilize AI for different side hustles, I would love to nerd out about that with you. I'm utilizing them for my own business and side hustles as well. Drop a comment, give me a share, give me a like, a subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.